Today, we're going to be learning how to do the outside crescent and the inside crescent kick. Both of these kicks have to do with opening and closing the hips. So it's teaching you how to open the hip and to close the hip with force. Now, when we do these movements, it's still going to be a straight-legged movement, just like the lift kicks, but your foot is going to be turned inwards. So if you were to lean, to roll your ankles outwards and stand on the knife edge of your outer foot, this is the position that you're going to be when you do the straight-legged kicks. Leg's going to be straight, foot is going to be flexed like this in this position, and it's going to hit the inside of the palms of the hand depending on which way you're going with it. So the outside crescent kick is going to be a swinging up and out motion. Inside crescent kick is going to be up and inwards motion. So outside is opening, inside is closing the hips. All right, easy enough. Now the way you train this is consecutively together. You can do these kicks separately in place. We can work on that as well, but I prefer doing them in a flowing motion. I feel like it really trains the more practical way of doing this stuff. So just for simplicity, and for those that are limited on space, this is how you do it in place. Stand nice and tall, like always. Spine nice and long, core nice and engaged, but everything gentle. We're using chi, not muscles here. Push the hands outwards in a palm. Keep the fingers close together. Keep the thumb tucked and pressed inwards. This is going to train a nice strong palm. If you have the fingers out here like this, if you're ever in a fight, it's really easy for these to get kicked or punched and jammed. So having them in this position while you're training is going to build a really strong neurological habit. So even when you're exhausted and in a stressful situation, you're going to be able to keep your hands in proper position for scoops, claws, blocks, catches, all that stuff, which is going to keep you from being injured. Press the hands out. Now for the outside crescent kick, we're going to go right leg first. It's going to swing up, out, and hit the inside of my right hand. It'll look like this. Easy, right? Same thing on the left. Left foot is going to come up, out, hit, and come back down. So it'll look like this. Boom. You want to keep the body nice and tall. In slow motion, the foot is coming up slightly at an inward ankle. The foot is flexed, and then the hip joint, where everything is occurring, is just throwing itself open and meeting the hand. So the hand isn't coming to the foot, it's staying roughly where it is, and right before contact, it's giving a very gentle slap. All right, just like in clapping, you don't just clap by keeping one hand in place, you bring them together. Same thing here, but the only difference is the foot is doing most of the work, the hand is only doing a little bit. All right, so stand nice and tall, press the tongue against the roof of the mouth, breathe in through the nose into the dantian, feel the spine lengthening, and then exhale, hit. Inhale, exhale, hit. Good. Work on that, practice fluidity, same thing as always. Keep the legs straight, try not to bend, hunch. This stuff is going to be natural at first as you start breaking up adhesions that are in the way of you being able to do the motions. But with time, if you give yourself permission, like if this is all you could do, that's all you can do. Get used to it until you can go a little bit more and a little bit more until eventually you can do the full kick. Inside crescent, it's going to be the same motion, the opposite direction. So we're going to take the right leg, swing up and in, up and in. All right, it's really easy. It's kind of awkward at first. So the right leg is going to swing up and cut across. It's going to look like this. Boom. Practice it to the best of your ability. This is how I like doing these movements together. So you're going to stand sideways, going in the left direction. Press the hands out. You're going to step out with your left. So your left leg is pointing 90 degrees into the direction that you're going. Forgive me. That's how you do just the walking inside crescent kick. We're doing both. So what you're going to do is standing here, press the hands out, spine up nice and long. From this position, the left leg is going to be the first one to kick. It's going to meet this left hand. So outside crescent kick, place the foot down, pointing in the right direction. Now the right leg comes swinging up, it kicks, and you pivot. Now you're facing the opposite direction. So it's going to be kicking outside, place the foot down, kicking inside, swinging around. All right, so this movement is a nice consistent flow. You're hitting the same hand with both legs. Okay? So to try to break this down slowly, stand nice and tall, press the hands out. Left leg is going to swing up and out, hit the left hand. Place it down, pointing the direction you're going. Now the right leg, in this position, your hips are open, is going to swing up and then cut down and across. And as it hits the hand and cuts across, you're going to pivot, the feet are going to come together, and you're going to stand nice and tall on facing the left side. So kicking up and out, foot down, up and in, spin across. All right? That is how you do the walking motion. That's my favorite way to train it. Again, you want to keep that core nice and tall, nice and engaged. Feel the spine lengthening with every single breath. Feel the legs lengthening. Feel the hip joints opening and closing. You want that internal and external rotation. Feel your feet grabbing the ground. Feel them being able to pivot on the balls of the feet as you spin, boom, and catch the positions. You want to move like lightning, stand like a mountain. So when you're stationary, you don't move. When you're moving, it's like a flash, okay? Enjoy, practice, be kind to yourself, and until next time, stay uncomfortable, my friends.